Okay, my fabulous IC friends, I wanted to originally share with you my Google certification slideshow that I was going to do on Saturday's Explore Fair, but didn't work out. So I know we're all busy, so I thought I would walk through the presentation with you rather than just share it with you because there's tidbits and you can listen to it, throw it away, delete it, whatever. But before I do that, so this is a longer one, so bear with me. Before I do that, I'm going to show you how to Screencastify, how to do this. And you probably know, but just in case you don't know, here's another techie thing, okay? So in order to do what I'm doing, make this video, go into Screencastify. It's a Google Chrome extension, okay? You can do this on your Chromebook or your desktop, okay? And then you're going to go into Screencastify. Just click on it. And then you're here, it would say install. Okay, mine's already added to Chrome, but it's going to say install. Are you sure? Yes. And then you install it. And then it basically gives you this. Okay, so when you want to make a video, you click on this and it opens up. Let me see what I can do. It's going to stop it, so I don't want to really do this. But you click on this, and then it will ask, I've got two screens. So it'll ask you which screen do you want to use. So you click on the picture that looks like your desktop. You just click on that and click share. The very first time you do it, it's going to ask you to make sure your webcam and whatever's hooked up. I don't need a webcam, but I do take what I use because you need a speaker, is I use the microphone. I use the headset from one of the Chromebook carts. I just asked my tech person for an extra one that I keep in here, and I plug it into the front of my CPU. There's those two jacks. One's for headphones, one's for microphone. Plug it into the microphone one. So I plug that in, I click on this, and then I click the screen picture, and then I click share. From then on out, you're recording, okay? So if you have any questions, I'm happy to help you. So now let me get to the presentation. I'm going to go into my drive. And like I said, you can listen to this, throw it away, whichever floats your boat, okay? But I wanted to give you guys access in case you're interested in doing this with your site next year or just for yourself over the summer or whatever. I kind of wanted to walk you through the presentation, and so I could explain things to you, because I could just send it to you, but it's not the same thing. Okay, so here we go. That is not the one that I want. So let me pull it back up. Went to the wrong thing. Going down to recent here, and it's actually this one. Let me pull up this one. Sorry, guys. This one. Too much stuff on my drive. Okay, so here we go. It should be the right one. Yay! Okay, so this is the link to me. This is the link to the slide presentation. You don't need that. You have it. Here it is. If you need it later, you can look it up. Okay, so I'm not going to do it in full present view because then I can't scroll through and talk to you guys about everything. Okay, so if it ever loads, here we go. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted, hold on one second. Okay, I'm just going to wait till it all loads, so that way I can just start walking through everything. There's not that many slides. It looks like a lot, but there's probably 10. So just hold on. Almost there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on slide number 2 so we can get started with this. Actually, I'm going to skip it because slide number 2 was just, this was a link to Kahoots. Okay, so going on to this one. In Google certification level 1, there's 5 different levels. Okay, level 1 is what I did with my teachers. I had suggested to Denny that I wanted to do a Google certification with the STEAM team, and then she had said, well, why don't we just open it up to the site? So we opened it up to the site. We did it on Wednesdays after hours, after the contract time, and whoever could come. And there ended up being 10 of us that stuck it out for 13 units. So that's pretty cool, right? And these are the things that you learn about in level 1. Okay, Google Hangouts, YouTube, Google Groups, Google Plus communities. All of these are things I knew, but not well. So it's never a bad idea to get to know more, right? Okay, you also learn the typical things: Gmail, Google Calendar, search tools, Google Keep, Drive, Doc, Sheets, Forms, those things that we kind of know. Okay, so the main ones I was going to talk to the teachers about is getting a certified educator level 1 and 2. Okay, so let me just talk about a couple of these things here. Then there's a certified trainer and a certified innovator. There's also a certified administrator, but that's mostly for like IT people. It's for the back end, the hardware of things, not the software of it all. Okay, so here, this one is a video iMovie that I made of my teachers, some of the teachers that went through the process. So you're welcome to view it and hear directly from them what the process meant to them, to see if it would be of value to your teachers. Okay, so basically you're going to go on, you can Google it, go into, let me see if I pull up a different tab I can show you. If I go into Google Educator Level 1 Certification, that's if I spelled that right, certification, right? Just in the address bar. You pull that up, just go here, okay? And when you go here, this is level 1, you're going to click on to get training, okay? That's where you're going to get the units from. Then it'll ask you to click onto your Google account. So obviously do the work one. So I clicked onto my Google account and here's the lessons, okay? If you click on one, this is what I did for my teachers, is before I did anything with them, I clicked on one, I copied this, and products you will cover, I copied this, and I sent an Outlook to everybody, and in the details of the Outlook, I put what we were going to learn, the products we were going to cover, and the recommended time that it said we were going to take on that. So if you look back here, if I go back one more here, let me see. It should say, I forget where it's at. It's on here somewhere, how long it's going to take you for this unit. But basically what you do is you'll go through this, then this, then this, then this, then the unit review. Okay. This is for level 1. Now, what I learned was you do not have to do level 1 to do level 2. You can go straight to level 2. For your teachers, even for myself, honestly, I would recommend doing level 1 first, because you learn things that you didn't know. And if you're going to be certified on any level, you kind of need to really know these things, right? So basically, you don't have to read this. In the beginning, we read this. You don't have to. You can go straight to next. Okay, so if you click on next, we would read this. See how it says expected lesson time is 23 minutes, right? But that's for this lesson. And there's all these lessons. We read this out loud. We, did it as a group choral read. As you go, you'll find for some of these things you don't have to. Okay, so then it asks you to, how are these things impacted you? And you start typing your ideas. You can't get the font darker than this, folks. It's the most it goes. But we learned that you don't have to type anything here. You could leave it blank. Okay, then you could go on, see what other educators said. And you can read some of this. Again, you don't even have to do this, okay? So words of wisdom, then there's little videos. This, we always listen to the videos together. Transcript is just the transcript of this, so just the video. And then you could click on here, again, setting your own goals, or you could just see the goals of others, but no one sees this. You don't need to put anything into here because, again, level 1's not even required, okay? Then you go to the lesson check. So if you're crunched for time and you think you know the content, go straight to lesson check. But that's the lesson check for this, okay? So you're going to go on the lesson check, and which of the following has had a large impact on education now that the internet is so easily accessible, okay? So if it's more than one answer, it'll tell you select all that apply, okay? So if I check here and I check answer, it'll tell me correct. If not, like say I click this one and I check answer, I can keep going back and try again until I get it right. I mean, that's how simple this is. Then you go to the next one. We did this as a group. Then the next one, you did this as a group all the way to the end. Okay. Then you keep going until you get to the unit review. When you get to the unit review part, it'll, here's what you do is it doesn't tell you correct or not correct, but when you're done, you hit submit. Again, we did this together, and it'll come back and tell you which ones you got wrong. And then you do it again until you get it right. And then you do that all through the units. That's pretty much what you do. on